years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years from now, this is what the future looks like. Imagine that everything are being done by machine. Everything is automatic. All the work are all robotic, and we do not have to do anything, as the robot will do everything for you. However, do you ever wonder, how can we earn our money? How can we earn our living in the future? Because all are taken by the machines. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon to respective lecturers, sharps, and all my fellow students, all my fellow friends. Today I would like to tell you about the increased development of technology has created worries among people, whereby is there any work left in the future, because all of the technology have taken the works. And we also, as a student, are worried whether after we graduate later, do we still have any jobs? So, however, I am really sure that the machines cannot replace human as the workforce, because machines cannot replace expertise and they cannot socialize. So let's go to my first point, which is machine cannot replace expertise. So humans are blessed with a very great gift from the God, which is the brain and the intellect. This differentiates between human and all other creation, such as animal, plants, and others. And this what makes human are far more superior than other. It makes human conquer the world, all over the world. That's make not cow that conquer the world, not crocodile and others. That's why humans are the greatest creation of all, and that's all because of the brain and the intellect. And what is really impressive about the brain is we have the creativity and the critical thinking, and we are the only creation that can solve a very complicated problem. In contrast, machines cannot do all of that. They have been programmed automatically and technically to do what we ask them to do so. So therefore, they cannot solve something that is very complicated or something that is very complex in the world. So, I'll give you a very clear example. For example, in the legal field, there is a lot of workers, such as judges, lawyers, and others. We can see the judges' work. They have to interpret the case. They have to identify the situation. They have to look at the circumstances of the victim and also the criminal. And that's all cannot be done by machines, cannot be done by robot. Because robot can only see in the surface of the case, but they cannot understand what truly happened. They cannot understand what is the victim's circumstances and also the situation of the criminal. So that's why robot cannot replace the judges. And this principle also applies at all other fields, all other expertise fields, such as doctors, lawyers, engineers, and others. Therefore, I am really sure that machines or technologies cannot replace humans as the workforce. That is the first point for my speech. The second one is that robots cannot, or machines cannot socialize. Machines have a very great technology that they can give a lot of information to others. But what lack here is that they cannot understand the feeling. They do not have emotion. They cannot feel what humans feel. So in the corporate world, communication is the most important thing, because the main customer in the business world is the human themselves. So in order to know what is the most needed thing by the human, in order to satisfy the customer's need, we have to communicate, we have to speak with others, we have to understand what they want. And according to a research by Wendy in 1997, oral communication is the most important thing to enter the workforce. And all of this cannot be done by machines. This is because machines, they may give a lot of information, but they do not know what really human want for that information itself. So therefore they cannot replace human as those who pass the information to understand what they need in the business world. Furthermore, jobs like psychologists, teachers, coaches, and all other needs a lot of understanding on human behavior, and also they need to understand their potential, and also something that makes them down or something like that. Because of that, robot cannot replace those who work directly to human, because the skills to know the potential are all only human can have. That's for my second point. And for the third point is that some might argue that the jobs are already declining right now as the technologies are increasing. I agree with that statement partially, because I think the work that declined is the work that we human are already not wanting it, or you can say an unwanted job. We can see that the job that is decreasing is jobs like toll workers, laborers, cleaners, janitors, and all. We human naturally does not want that kind of job, right? And we also want a very comfortable situation, comfortable as possible. And for those who have self-actualization, or those who know what they want to do in this world, they want to fulfill their potential to the highest. And this idea has long ago been brought by in the Renaissance time, which called humanism. And all of this shows that the work that we do not want are those work which are decreasing. And we can now focus to get the job that suit us very well compared to our brain and our intelligence. Therefore, I can say that the technologies cannot replace human as a workforce. In conclusion, technologies will never replace human as a workforce, as they cannot replace expertise, and they also cannot socialize. Therefore, we do not have to be worried whether our job will declining or whatnot, because the job is always there for us. But we have to educate ourselves, we have to learn more, so because that we are still competing with other humans in the workforce. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.